Hello and welcome to the Wigs for Kids 40th reunion celebration. My name is Jeffrey Paul, and this, the beautiful lady on my side, is Gina, my wife, and we are the co-founders of Wigs for Kids that started 40 years ago when she was 12 with an inspirational little girl. And you'll hear a lot more about this girl very, very soon in our presentation today. We're grateful, though, to each and every one of you that have been on the journey with us for this 40 years. Some of you in a short time, some of you have been with all along, and some of you are just joining us right now. So we just want to thank you, because today the spotlight's on you. We'll see stories today about victory and joy from our recipients, powerful stories of fundraisers from all over the United States, and some behind the scenes of the stylists that take care of our children. I want to just let you know that there is a way that you can right now support us. You can right now help us hit the $40,000 challenge that we, over the 40 years, have served over 10,000 children and families and impacted their lives. But we need you to complete the 40-40 challenge, where we raise that money through you donating. So far, we've already received some donations towards our goal that we are going to share with you in just a few minutes. So I challenge you to make a donation now so that we can count you in. Here's how easy it is to just simply donate. Watch this 1, 2, 3 donate on your text. Isn't that easy? Text. Now, isn't that easy? When you donate, we'll send you something special, because although you're going to receive the impression of a child's life that you're really impacting, we've got a gift for you. We've got this beautiful tote bag that any single donation you will receive, this tote bag to carry around the memory of what Wigs for Kids is doing and what you're doing for them. We're just really excited about the fact that you can have this just for the donation. But for those of you that want to sponsor a child and you want to really go over the hump and help us with $1,800, whether it's one time or 12 monthly payments to sponsor a child, you'll receive this special Wigs for Kids ultra plush blanket with our logo on it. I think that I'm going to take one home and you're going to take one home. Oh. And then we can cuddle together with this. So donate and you will receive this gift. Let us check the current amount. Are you ready? Because we've had a number of weeks now that people have been donated. So let's check on our $40,000 goal. And let's ask Tom, our executive, administrative, manager, operator, guru, and board member. Tom Greiner, how are you today?
I'm great, Jeffrey, and so glad to be here with you today. It's a joy always to meet the families and the children and work with the staff at Wigs for Kids. We work hard every day trying to meet child's need. So we're off to a great start, and we're about to hit 5, 5, 5, 5. So we started off with 5, 5, 5, 5.
Did I tell you celebration? That was great. Look, that was good. We wanted to put some gel on the top of Tom's head, so when the confetti hit him, that it would stick on him, and we just continue to give him a hairpiece out of confetti. Right? That'd be a good idea. So let me take you to a more precious moment. I'm going to give this back to you, Gina. I know you'll be taking one of those home. Let me tell you how Wigs for Kids all began, because some of you may know and some of you may not. This event is dedicated to the very story and person that changed my life, Zena's life, and now the thousands and thousands of children and families that have been changed. It all started with a little girl who now watches us from heaven, whose request transformed the direction of my whole life and continues today to transform the lives of families, children all over the world with her legacy of life. Her words were, "Uncle Jeff, don't let me go without hair." That was Laura Hody, my niece. But let me tell you the story more in a fairy tale way, because she's a princess. Once upon a time, over 40 years ago, a little girl's request changed my life and continues to change the lives and keeps that legacy going of the lives of hundreds of children. Her name was Laura. I was a successful hairdresser and thriving business. I traveled all over the world, working on the presidents of the United States, gorgeous runway models, New York, Milan. It was a wonderful life as a hairdresser. But one day, my niece ran into my salon tearfully begging, "Don't let me go without hair, Uncle Jeff." I first thought that someone at school made fun of her. But when I saw the look on her father's eyes, I knew it was something more serious than I originally thought. It turned out she had been diagnosed with leukemia. "Uncle Jeff, you know I've been trying to get on the gymnastic team all my life," she cried. "My hair is going to fall out," she said, just in the time for the tryouts. Although chemotherapy would help save her life, it would also leave her with no hair. I promised that she would have hair. And when you make a promise to a child, you keep it. That began an incredible journey. I began to research what it would take to build a wig for a child that would allow her to look herself and live an active life. But designing a wig for a child was complicated. But with God's help, we did it. We fitted Laura with her wig in time for the gymnastic competition. My heart was pounding, as well as my wife's, as we sat in the stands watching Laura compete. When Laura jumped off the last apparatus, she looked into the stands at us, gave us a thumbs up, great big smile, and tears running down both of our eyes and cheeks. I knew God was taking me to another place with my life and my talents. Thus began the story and legacy of Laura and Wigs for Kids. Well, we want to dedicate this event to her and her life-giving legacy. Zena, I want you to share with the audience just a couple points of this young girl who was so inspirational to us, and we loved her, obviously, and still do. Anything you remember about Laura?
One of the things about Laura, she always had a smile on her face. She was always encouraging people. And there were times, a lot of times, when she was in the hospital that she would carry her chemotherapy with her and just went from room to room, inspiring all the kids that were there. She was still is a beautiful angel.
I got to tell you a story you remember. We had a youth study in our home every week, and that youth study gave her the opportunity to do something she wanted to do for the whole year that she had no hair. She was going through the process of her humor. She was like Robin Sabota, you're going to meet later. Great humor, great, incredible individual, inspiring, as you heard from Zena. But one day, in this group of about 50 to 70 kids, she takes her wig off and throws it at one of the kids that was giving her a little bit of a hard time, just joking around. And the entire body of youth silenced. And you never hear the silence from kids like that, but silence. Remember how it just was a hush because nobody realized she was wearing a wig. So it really was a young girl who continued to truly give inspiration, and she's continually today. And that is the story of what created Wigs for Kids. And I hope you enjoy that. Let's play a moment of video with regards to her life and just give you a glimpse, just a snapshot of the smile that Gina was talking about and the brilliance. Look for the brilliance in her face. Let's show that video, will you? Well, it's good to hear these kind of stories. It really is, because we're going to share a lot more. This hour that you're going to spend with us is going to be inspirational and impactful in your life, I promise you. We really love this spark in the faces of people like Laura, and you're going to meet just so many kids today that gave their hair, that lost their hair, the parents behind the scenes, what the parents feel. We're going to share with you some of the most incredible things, and we're going to do some ponytail harvesting, and we're going to do some fun things like, well, I can't tell you everything, then you'll leave because you'll know everything at this point. But it's not just a wig. It's hope. It's love. It's confidence. It's a push into life. This is what we are all about, giving kids the ability to look themselves and live their lives with wonderful stylists all over the country that are helping us fit them and cut the ponytails. This is why it's important for us to keep producing new wigs, training more stylists, and telling more people about what we do. Each wig costs $1,800, but I'm going to tell you why and how. I'm going to share with you another story that will inspire you. That story is a little girl. She was a little girl when she started, but it's Annie's story. And Annie's been with us for over 15 years, from the very beginning that she'll tell you her own story, into not only going through school and graduated from college, Ohio State nonetheless, and she got a great job and then got into well, you know what? I'm not going to tell you the whole story. Let's roll the video of Annie's story.
Hi, I'm Annie. I've been a recipient and member of the Wigs for Kids family for over 15 years, and I'm here to tell you my story. I was 9 years old when I developed alopecia areata. I was in dance class. I was a cheerleader. I had friends and siblings who I loved playing with and just being a kid. I liked going to school. And when my hair started falling out in small patches that were completely unpredictable, sometimes growing back and sometimes not, I didn't feel like the same person anymore. I felt alone. I couldn't understand why part of me had to go away and other people had hair and I didn't. I was afraid of what other kids would say or think. And my biggest fear of all was that my bald patches would eventually leave me completely bald. My mom and I worked hard, part my hair in different ways, or to wear headbands to cover up the hair that I was losing. But eventually it became almost impossible. The kids at school were starting to notice and say things. And more than anything, my self-confidence was really starting to be affected. And that's when we decided that it was time to pay Wigs for Kids our first visit. And although I didn't want to believe that I needed a wig, I did. And it felt amazing to go to a place where people understood what I was going through. I wasn't the only kid who was losing hair, and Wigs for Kids had an amazing solution for me to be able to look myself and live my life. On top of not only providing me with the hair I needed to live my childhood, be able to be a regular kid like everybody else, Wigs for Kids taught me that beauty starts within. And that is something that is more important than the hair that they were putting on my head. They were giving me the confidence from the inside out to be able to go and live my life and do anything I set my mind to, with or without hair. The hairpieces from Wigs for Kids not only looked extremely natural, but they supported my own natural growing hair. So I knew that no matter how much hair I lost or how much hair I was growing, Wigs for Kids had a hairpiece for me, and it looked like me. I felt comfortable and confident. I could dance. I could be a cheerleader. I could sleep over at friends' houses. I got to go to camp. I got to water ski in the lake. I got to play in the sand at the beach. I could do everything all the other kids could do because I had hair and I felt comfortable and confident from the inside out. I loved my experience with Wigs for Kids so much that when Jeffrey Paul asked me to be the Wigs for Kids national spokesperson when I was 12, I couldn't wait. I got to go to hair shows and fundraisers and events where I got to share my story, and I knew I was making a difference in other kids' lives too. It was great to be able to share my story and know that other kids were going through the same thing as I was, and that through sharing what I had gone through, I could help other people. As I've made my way into adulthood, hair loss continues to be a part of my life and who I am. But thanks to Wigs for Kids, I have the confidence to cope with it in a healthy way. I've made my way through college and found a career in marketing and advertising. I fell in love with my high school sweetheart and got married to the man of my dreams a few years ago. He loves me for who I am inside and out. I've recently felt comfortable enough to walk around without any hair at all. I've lost more hair than I ever have in the last year or so, but having the ability to choose when the time was right for me to be able to share my hair loss is something that Wigs for Kids gave me, and something that is so important to me. And it's during this time in my life where I'm comfortable and confident with exactly who I am that I realize the true blessing of being a Wigs for Kids recipient. I'm happy with who I am, with or without hair, and I'm well adjusted and know how to deal with adversity because Wigs for Kids taught me the importance of beauty that starts within. I'm really passionate about helping others understand that and making sure that other kids who lose their hair can feel the same way.
What a story. I know that that was a story that you enjoyed, but we didn't even get our applause. I can't imagine. What happened to our applause? That's called off cue. Well, Annie, you're here. Like, how did you go from the video to right here live in person?
Jumped right back in
Yeah,
there.
good girl. Zena, you remember this little girl when she really started with us?
I do. I just say she's my little girl that I never had.
Yeah, or not the girl. What do you remember about of all the events? We've been to Vegas, we've together,
Oh, my
we've been to
gosh.
New York together, we've been to Chicago,
Walk.
Zoo Walk. Oh, we've been
Hair
doing some things.
shows.
I
Yeah.
think Vegas was the fun one.
Yeah.
With the spikes, we put spikes
Oh,
on
hair.
here and highlighted the wig. That was fun.
We had models from all over the country, and no one knew she had a wig on, a hairpiece, and they were blown away because we had to walk with their hair on spikes and all the things that were preparing them because the salon closed at Caesar's Palace, and we had to go down the runway through the slot machines, and you're like there, and it was like they thought it was Circus Soleil.
Yeah. But in Vegas, it didn't even stick out.
No, it's
But to
right.
us, it felt funny.
That's
It
true.
did.
That's true. It was
Then
like,
we had to go up in
we
the
were like part of the scene.
the part of the scene. Well, let me share with you. It is so good to hear stories like Annie's. And we're going to be right back after a very quick break because we really love to see and show you more of the sparks in people's faces and how the gift of beauty and confidence is given to them by your gift, the gift of giving. This is what keeps us going. Seeing kids look and feel like themselves, even with medical conditions. And we're going to tell you about what and how many of those are out there. It's just not a wig. You've heard me say this before. It's not just a wig. It's not just attached to the hair follicle. It's hope, it's love, it's confidence to push through in life. This is what we are all about at Wigs for Kids.
And in some cases, you're really giving their life back to them.
Mm.
And I don't think most people realize that.
Yeah.
Hair is important. It's a part of us, and it's huge.
Like Jeffrey always says, before Wigs for Kids, the vision of myself, the mirror that's inside of me was broken. No matter how many people told me, without hair, it doesn't matter, you're still beautiful. My mirror inside was broken. And thanks to Jeffrey and Gina and the whole Wigs for Kids family, they were really able to restore my confidence and allow me to live my childhood.
And what a story it is. What a story it is. And we'll be introducing some special people in a little bit. Your mom is here. Your dad
Yep.
said he wanted to come up on stage too, but I thought he was going to shy. Anyways, watch this, little segment as we change the set and come back with some more inspiration for you. So let's go into a little call to you to gift of giving.
Each year, the parents of nearly 16,000 kids will hear the words, "Your child has cancer." From chemotherapy, cancer treatment, to the autoimmune disease without a cure, alopecia, to burns and trichotillomania, we know that causes of hair loss in children don't result in just physical suffering. At critical ages, the change in their appearance can drastically undermine their self-image and sabotage their self-esteem. Every day, we're proud to be surrounded by a community, by you, that believes in the sheer power of confidence and love and the light that children in our community deserve to feel. We all know feeling like yourself, feeling empowered and beautiful, starts with confidence and by loving yourself. With your support, we can continue to help children like Claire, Gianna, and Reese feel beautiful from the inside out from a place of love. We hope that you'll join us today, celebrate 40 years with us, and help us reach our $40,000 goal. Every dollar, every donation helps the core of our mission, the children we have the privilege to serve. Thank you for helping us make
That was on cue.
We got it.
All right, let's just real quick go over some of the statistics. You have what?
I have alopecia areata.
Oh, you speak Latin.
I know.
Oh.
People don't usually know what alopecia is, but it's an autoimmune condition that causes your hair to fall out. So my body's kind of fighting against my hair follicles.
I always describe it to the kids when you guys come in. It's like the white blood cells are attacking the follicle of the hair, thinking they're an enemy. But you're healthy, much healthier because of the immune system that's up there. But there's a statistic on that is 1 out of every 1,000 children have alopecia. That's I don't know what the total number of kids are, but that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. How about with cancer? Now that has gone away, right?
Oh no. Nope. Yeah. With childhood cancer, 1 in 285 children in the U.S. will be diagnosed with cancer by the time they're 20 years old.
Wow.
So that's a big number too.
1 out of 285. Really good. Trichotillomania is a disease, or not an autoimmune disorder, that is a pulling process where they pull their hair. They can pull their entire head of hair out or a spot, but it's very dramatically emotional and psychological, not only for the child, but it's for their parents too, that are trying so hard to give their treatments. And this is what you don't know about Wigs for Kids. We give as parents, we give them everything we can give them. And we try to give them good health, good school, good home, good spaghetti dinner, all those good things. But when the hair's gone, it takes Wigs for Kids and people that have donated and given both hair and finance and support like the stylist to get back.
Absolutely.
One other one is burns, because we got an incredible burn story coming up on our new YouTube channel at Wigs for Kids. Our new YouTube channel is going to have storylines, full-length stories like you saw on Annie every week to give you an inspiration, but also you're going to see people like Ashley, and she's going to be telling you a lot of things, and you're going to hear all kinds of different guests. I'm pointing over here because we have all of them on the screen that are just waiting to talk with you. So in turn, there is so much need to help a kid not get hair, but as you said, Annie, to get their self-confidence, not to be crushed inside with that mirror that no matter what you dress up with, no matter what you do, it's like a woman that says, you know, if I don't have good looking shoes, no matter what I'm wearing, well, I'll tell you what, the other end is even more important. Would you agree?
I absolutely agree.
But you do like your shoes.
I do like my shoes.
That's good. That's good. All right. So we've shared with them, Annie, about the statistics. We've shared with them about giving. Let's introduce our first guest. Now, this guy is incredible. We're going to show you a quick brief of his story, but he's going to be here live with hockey puck and with uniform. So join us right after this video.
Hosky, an 11-year-old boy from Mentor, grew his hair for 3.5 years so that he can donate it to Wigs for Kids. This red-headed boy with definitely a golden heart also raised $2,125 with the hope that he will be able to make a child who is suffering from hair loss feel good about him or herself too.
Claire, this is Killian. And I just found out you only have one L in your name. Do you know that we had to change the entire 40 pages of script because we have your name with 2 L's? Can you imagine that? It would have been embarrassing. It would have been embarrassing. Tell us a little bit about your relationship to, and you can even hold this like a professional because you're going to be a hockey star, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you look like
And-
a hockey pro with the microphone.
Yeah, he does. Like after the games when
Yeah.
they say, how did you like
Your
that
press
game?
conference.
But you didn't lose your hair.
Nope.
But you donated your hair. Tell us how much hair you donated.
I donated 16 inches.
That needs an applause. Whoa! But that wasn't enough for you because you are a champion. And I've told you that in a couple of interviews we've done. You really are a champion. You go the extra mile. That's what pros are made out of. I've done NFL players. I've done NHL players. I've done all kinds of celebrities. And the ones that get to the top are the ones that go the extra mile and generally do it for other people. So I want your autograph now. So I know when it gets worthwhile, I can maybe sell it. And donate it to Wigs for Kids. All right.
All right.
Well, what did you bring us today?
I brought my hair.
Oh my gosh. Annie, take the hair, take this hair out. Now, what color hair do you have?
I have red hair.
Do you know the statistic of red hair that only 2% of people in the whole globe of the world has red hair? And later on, we're going to introduce you to somebody who's a cancer patient that lost her hair that's red. Another one who did a fundraiser because she shaved her head and donated her hair. Another one who had, I mean, it's amazing. The red is all rising up right here in our Wigs for Kids family. But in turn, this red hair is so important because we have to sometimes give a little girl that wants red hair kind of a brownish red or, you know, whatever we've got, because the donors are the ones that make the decision for us, what we can provide. But this is beautiful and 16 inches because what we're going to show later in the show, and you're going to have to stick around and be with us for that, is that when you tie this one hair, because they can't one hair at a time, we have to tie it with 4-inch return. It's like this. This is the hair, this is the hair, and this is the return. And what happens is this is 4 inches and we lose the length. So if somebody's only given us 12 inches or 14 inches, the girl who wants 14 inches can't get that. But you're going to give somebody 14 inches easy. That's great. Well, we've got his hair. We've got to call the mail lady, our very special mail lady, Valentina, because she does our mail specially for all of the Wigs for Kids kids. So we're going to have you mail this right now in the mailbox of Wigs for Kids. And Valentina, thank you, Valentina. You can hand it. Now, hold on, Valentina. Wave to the audience. And you can take this back for the next scene when this delivers the mail to Wigs for Kids office. Okay? Thank you. That's my granddaughter. And my other one is Giovanna back there. So we want you to know that people like this is what makes us tick. What would you say to an NHL player up in Canada right now who is thinking about growing his hair? And he was going to cut his hair just before we met you, but his hair was too short to really be cut for Wigs for Kids. What would you challenge him if he was with a puck on the other side with you? What would you challenge him to do?
I would challenge him to definitely try and grow his hair out even longer so he could donate it.
Attaboy, that's great. That's great. Did you hear that? That goes out to all the NHL players because you wore your hair for 3 years.
Yep.
3 years long. Did people make fun of you?
Yep.
Yep. What did they say? What would they say to you?
People would mistake me for a girl and call me different names.
And then when you check them then?
Mostly not.
That's good, man. That's good. Well, I want to tell you something. We are so proud of you. And I know that you're going someplace because you just can't gift the gift of living, of loving and caring and what you've done for so many kids. What do you think we should send them off with a cheer?
I think we should.
Okay.
Let's.
Ready for this, audience? I've been 1, 2, 3. Say go, Killian. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go Killian.
All right. So Killian, you hang out with us because we got a special presentation later in the show that we want you to be a part of. Okay.
All right.
Good. I really am thinking of using this as a sample of the return, but I'm going to give this back to
It's
you.
a great prop, but
you
I
may
think
have to check
Killian,
some-
Killian knows how to use it a little
Oh, I
bit
bet you
better.
does. I'd be all over them. Nice. Thank you, Killian. You're just precious. Thank you so much. Well, that is a wonderful young man. And I want, Killian, wait a minute. I got a better idea. I just got a message in my earphone. I have an earphone. Come back up here. Oh my God. Is that right? They have blown up the check that you sent us. And they're going to present that right now, and we're going to do a tally upgrade. So would we bring back our wonderful Mr. Tom Greiner? There it is. Let's show. So Killian brought in $2,230, and the other day you told me you had another check. Well, how much was it?
$50.
50. Well, who you got your marker? Let's change that check right now. Well, this is real. Ready? Hold on. Bring that check over so I can put that 8 over here. Okay. All right, Killian. That's a lot of money. That's almost 2 kids that we're going to be able to provide for that. You are the best, man. You're the best. Woo! Well, Mr. Tom, tell us what our number is.
We're growing, and we're up to 8,088. So we've gone from the 5s to the 8s.
All right.
So we're going good.
Good. This is cool, Killian, man. And we're going to give you this to take home to remember us by. Okay? All right, buddy. This is yours to take home. We're proud of you, and we're going to see you on the ice. He is cool. What do you think, Annie? He's kind of a special guy.
He is.
Isn't he?
I can't believe how long that hair was that he donated. That's so awesome.
Yeah, that's
And then
amazing.
raising money on top of it is
and
so special.
taking, you know something about this, taking the abuse and bullying.
Mm.
That's not
That's
a
right.
joke. It's really a real thing that happens. And you went through it.
Mhm.
He went through it. It's really important that you realize by giving to Wigs for Kids, it's so important to stop the bullying because of a child that has hair loss. So let's take a little look at a call out to you with a very special guest of ours.
Hi, my name is Ashley, and I donated my hair to Wigs for Kids. I challenge you to either donate your hair to Wigs for Kids or donate financially.
You know who's in the house? Robin Swoboda. And she is more beautiful today than she was when I was on the ship with her 20 years ago. But Robin is here with us, and we're going to Studio B. And Studio B, we've got some precious, wonderful models and hairdressers. And, well, instead of telling you anymore, Robin, are you there?
I am. Come on over, because they're hiding the scissors from me because I've already caused enough trouble. And these poor people, I said, I had some of the sparkling water that you set out in the green room and some blackberries, and I don't know what could happen. I could burp seeds right out. So anyway, I will let you. First of all, I'm pleased to be here, and I know what a wonderful job you've done over the years. 40 years, I can't believe it. The first.
Yeah.
I mean, you were the first to do this.
Yes, in the country there was no donations for kids.
Yeah, yeah.
We didn't know
So-
that at the time with
Yeah,
Laura. We didn't know
sure,
that, but it
sure.
sure turned out to be a pretty incredible situation.
And you have met so many incredible people along the
Yeah.
way, and we are joined by them. And sadly, though, I don't have a handheld mic
Oh, I
that
will
I
get
could
it.
talk. Could you bring that over?
I'm running to
please?
Studio
Not
A.
scissors. Don't bring me
For the
scissors.
handheld mic,
And
it's
just
already
by a
over
show
there.
of hands, do I look like Whoopi Goldberg right now from the view? I feel like I'm channeling Whoopi Goldberg because she
Whoop, whoop,
wears
whoop.
the crazy glasses. And thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. Yeah. And anyway, yeah, Jeffrey said, "Can you show up on Saturday?" And I had no idea. I was in your chair a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because I lost all my hair because of chemotherapy. So
Yeah.
Jeffrey said he would set me up, and he and Gina did a beautiful job.
And
so
we did a live.
yeah.
It went over 7,000 views.
And now everybody wants my hair.
I know.
So when I'm finished with it, when my hair grows back, I'll loan it out. So
Rent it.
Yeah, I'll
And then
spray it
donate
good.
to Wigs for Kids.
Exactly. All right. So
Yeah, we got some
It-
special guests.
yeah, we really do.
Yeah.
And it all begins with the gift of giving, because you couldn't do this without
No.
without people donating their hair.
True story.
Yeah.
When we started, we were doing it out of our pocket. And my wife looked at me and go, "Are you out of your mind? We're going to go broke. What are we going to eat?" And she was serious, because every kid that would walk in, you know what I would say? Yes.
Yeah. Aw, yeah,
Yes.
sure.
But then we had wonderful people like these people that are out there helping us donate now over $9,000.
That's wonderful.
Wow. And we're climbing.
All right. Well, they are very excited to be here. Now, don't be nervous, because this is nothing. Okay. you'd be, if I invited you over for dinner and I was cooking for you, then you could be nervous, right? But anyway, all right. So we're going to talk to stylists and two of our donors, and this young lady and her mom back here. This is your 11th time donating hair.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I can't. So what got you to do this? Why do you do this?
Because it's always gratifies me to help kids. Maybe because I have a disability, so it's something I can do on my own.
Oh, because she has a disability. This is something you can do on your own to help other kids.
Yes,
Yeah, you understand their pain.
yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Oh, well, your heart is even more beautiful than your beautiful face and your beautiful hair. So
Thank you.
11 times. And I met her when? How old was she when we met?
10.
10.
Yeah.
10. All right.
2001.
Unbelievable. Look how long we've been
And
together.
we've
But
been
you
on
look so much better than
TV.
me.
We've been on TV with her. She's been all over the country. I mean, she's just amazing when she does what she does. And it's funny, the story that you told us where she was watching us on TV. We were doing a morning show of some sort, and she started screaming. And you thought something happened to her in the other room. And because everybody has to do everything for her, she finally found her purpose in life was to give the gift of giving in relationship with her hair.
Oh,
Is that precious?
That's precious. Just
But
precious.
we couldn't do this, Robin,
Yeah.
without stylists. So let's
Absolutely. Well, we're going to meet her stylist.
Mhm.
And this, okay, Christina. All right. And you are Melissa Nubik. Did I get that correct? All right. And you are her stylist.
I am.
And I understand that there are 2 different certifications for stylists to be involved in the Wigs for Kids program.
There's an ambassador and an affiliate certification that you can do online.
And which are you?
I'm both.
Both. Very nice. All right. So what's the tricky part about all of this? I mean, somebody just can't go to the bathroom mirror and cut their hair off and send
Like
it
you
in.
did.
Like I did. Yeah.
So the tricky part is there's nothing tricky. It's really easy. All you have to do is go to the Wigs for Kids website and follow the instructions.
Really?
It's very self-explanatory.
All right.
It takes just a short time to go through their training. It's online. It's pretty simple. And you get certified, you get put on their website, and you get clients that call you. I get so many people that call me every week asking to donate ponytails. And then if somebody wants to apply for a wig, that's a whole different process. But yeah, my name is definitely spread through that.
I love it. I love it.
So,
And your
yeah.
salon is?
My salon is Melissa in North Olmsted.
All right. Okay. Melissa at
So
me
go
in North
get your hair if
Olmsted.
you're in this area.
Yes.
You go get your hair. Really.
Now I'm going to slide over here and see our other donor. And you are Michelle. And this is your first time to donate?
Yep.
And what made you decide to do this?
I just had really long hair and I was planning on cutting it, and I was like, well, I should just donate it since it's so long already.
Yeah. And the beautiful thing is it's not treated, because you can't have treated hair, right?
And you
Is
know
that-
why? Nobody realizes this. The reason why you can't do that is because the way that it's processed, which we're going to teach in a little bit, is when you tie it, the cuticle is exploded when you go get through color hair. And so now it'll tangle and knot and it becomes a nightmare for the child, worse than you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
So in turn, it's like having chlorine hair, but at the
Yeah.
worst level of chlorine hair.
Oh, wow.
So the reason why people say, well, I got colored hair, but it's only, colored from here down. Can't
Yeah.
use it
Yeah.
at that point. We wish you can, or just grow out the roots.
Right. All right. Okay. So are you excited? Are you nervous about this?
Both.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you going out with a pixie cut, or do you know?
As long as I can keep it, but
All right. We're going to find out with your stylist. And this is Contessa Michelle.
yes.
And how are you doing? Look this way so they
Wonderful.
can see you, not just the side of your face. So what now tell me about how long you've been involved in Wigs for Kids.
I can't even remember how long. It's been a long time. So it's just very near to my heart, and just being able to be there and help kids who are suffering with hair loss and many different disorders that cause hair loss. So it gives them the confidence that they need.
Yeah. And it's
So-
also, you know, these, all of you are in the beauty business. You used to be in the beauty business. Now you're in the beautiful spirit business, but it's so important. You know, I don't care that you know, what I look like without hair, really. I love this hair, but you know, not everybody's a weirdo like me. Okay. So
Now,
what's
Robin,
going to happen?
one more
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Her salon
Oh yeah.
and her makeup line is really something incredible.
Yes. Tell me about that. What's the name of your salon?
It's Executive Style Salon in Broadview Heights, and the makeup line that we carry is Mirabella makeup, which is like skincare and makeup in one. It's all infused with antioxidants and natural products.
Yeah, that's
So,
really important. You know, I certainly for the kids that you work with, and for cancer patients like me,
exactly. Yes.
chemicals are
mess up the
man,
skin.
they can mess you up badly. So,
Yes.
all right. Well, what's going to happen now,
Okay.
Jeffrey? Because
Let's
I'm a
do
little,
this. Let's do example. Let's do an
Okay.
example over here. And we're going to show the audience the right way to do a ponytail. Everybody does this. Robin, they'll pull the hair back because
Mhm.
they're a hairdresser. They think
Yeah.
I'll pull it back and I'll cut it off. We lose 4 to 6 inches of hair from this point to this point when they do that.
Oh,
And it goes on the floor by the time it's done with a haircut.
sure.
So we teach on our video programming and
Mhm.
certification, we show them how to section it as if they were sectioning for color. And they then bound it every 3 to 4 inches, because
Okay.
if this gets mixed up
Yeah.
and it's in the package, it can't be used. Like that.
Okay. Gotcha.
So we're going to section off a little section.
And we already heard
and-
about the 4 inches that you lose anyway.
Did you see the hockey puck?
Yeah.
Was that a
Yeah.
great
was
example?
a very good
I
example.
came up with
so.
that just as he looked at me and said,
I loved it. I'd like to take one of those home for my granddaughter.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm chase her around with it.
with the hockey puck.
All right. So let me,
Yep, yep.
I'll get over here.
Mhm.
You tell me what you're doing.
Well, she actually has some highlights in the front of her hair anyways, so we don't want to use that because it's colored. So we're going to just section that part off so we can still go ahead and use the
Ah.
rest of her hair that is natural.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go through kind of from the ear point,
Mm-hmm.
and we section it into 4 quadrants when we're doing this, and just pull it forward. And what I like to do is grab my tape measure as I'm going along and get my 12 inches so I know exactly where we're going, because you need 12 inches as the minimum, and gather it right there.
Want me to take that for you?
Sure, thank you.
All right. Yeah. We could take this to some weather people.
Yes.
That's
And
what
you
I don't
know,
know.
well,
When you were over there, I was causing a little bit of trouble over here accidentally, but I said I've turned it because I wanted to watch you on Facebook, but it kept, you can't turn the sound down. And they were all shushing me. And I'm like, I've turned into Dick Goddard because
Oh
he used
my
to cause
God.
chaos wherever he went.
That's funny.
So
He used to live in the same building I did.
Is that right?
And every time we hit the same going upstairs, you know,
Yeah.
and I'd say, how is the woolly bears, Dick?
Oh, he loved his woolly bears.
did.
All right.
See how she's
so-
binding it really tight,
Yes.
solid, and she
Uh-huh.
does it every 3 to 4 inches, and then
Okay.
it's ready to get put in the package and go to the mail. And so here's what's going to happen,
Yeah.
Robin. They're going to do the cutting,
Okay.
and they're going to do through the cut-in. We'll come back and forth to you in the Studio B,
Okay.
and they're going to get finished. And this one is going to be standing when we show her final look. So
all
we are
right.
excited about seeing her
Yes,
standing
we
up.
are.
So we're going to get those cuts all done really
All
beautiful.
right. And then now,
Now we're going to go get the mail lady.
Oh, but wait a minute. I happen to know somebody's having a birthday.
Oh my!
Who is having a birthday? Would you
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Michelle. Happy birthday to you.
Woo-hoo! That was a surprise.
And now you have to share that with every member of the audience.
Oh, no,
So
this is
yeah,
mine.
that's yours. And how old are you?
17.
17. Oh man, I remember those days.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't. It's so long
I almost
ago.
threw that in, but I was gonna say, I can't remember that long.
I can't either. I can't either. Okay,
Wow.
now we need the mail lady, right?
I think so. Oh no,
Yeah,
you know what we're
not
gonna
yet.
do?
We have to.
We're gonna take a transition,
Okay.
and we're gonna show another 30 seconds of an inspirational moment and a
Beautiful.
call to give.
All right.
Get our calendar.
Let's
We're
do
going
it.
up. We're going to the goal. So remember, it's you that makes that 40-40 challenge happen.
Hi, my name is Ashley, and I donated my hair to Wigs for Kids. I challenge you to either donate your hair to Wigs for Kids or donate financially.
I was surprised. He didn't say it loud enough.
You were telling me what to do, and I didn't hear
But
what
you
you told me
told him.
what to do because he was telling you what to do.
Okay, we'll take
So
a break and come back. No.
Take two.
Take
Take two.
That was like the applause. It was right on time.
This is every newscast I've ever done. Okay, so what's happening?
All right. There's a male lady coming.
A male lady's coming.
A male
okay.
lady's coming. She's coming
She's
in.
coming right now.
And every day at Wigs for Kids, Robin,
Okay.
every day of the 5 days a week, a male man or woman come and deliver dozens of these boxes with
Okay.
ponytail donations. Did you see the mail lady? Wave to them, mail
Hello,
lady.
mail lady.
Thank you, Valentina. Can I have a kiss?
I hope they pay you well. Aww. Do you do that for home delivery? Zena might get mad.
the Amazon lady. So here's what happens.
Yes.
This comes in. So now what happens, and I'm going to kind of scoot around. And you guys tell us where you can see the best because we're doing this live so we can do it. All these envelopes come in and oh, this is Killian's.
Oh, wow.
That's fast mail.
And that's heavy.
Wow.
That's very, very fast and very heavy. And who are you?
I'm Melanie. I'm the mail intake and processing specialist.
This is an amazing woman.
Yeah?
Amazing woman. She started with us and she had straight hair.
I get it. I get it. Okay, so this comes in.
This
You have
comes in.
other ponytails in
And
here.
if they've gone online
Mm-hmm.
on our webpage, and remind you, we're going to talk to you about our new website, they actually register. And look at this. They get a barcode.
Okay.
And so now their hair comes in and it's scanned. We know this is Killian's. And our hopes, and sometime in the near future, we're going to be able to tie the ponytails to the child that gets the hair.
Oh.
And we've been asked for that a lot.
Oh, I
But it
love
takes Tom Greiner and Caleb to put that together on
Yeah.
the technical side. I
Right.
can just sell it.
Right. Yeah.
But
You
anyways,
come up with the idea.
that scanner is what goes on. So show them the scanner. So when this comes in, you scan that.
It's been a while.
You could fake it. They don't know.
Okay.
Isn't that how
well,
TV
yeah,
works?
there was so much that
That's
was
okay,
faked.
Annie.
Let me tell you.
That's okay.
Okay. You would just scan that.
See?
Yes, beep.
Beep.
How would it go?
We go beep.
Very good.
And so
Very
all of this
believable.
comes in, and it comes in with money for donors like Killian.
Mhm.
It comes in with pictures with the kids that are cutting their
Aw,
ponytails or
nice.
their party or their fundraiser. It comes in with stories. You can kind of tell them some of the story issues. Isn't it tear jerking? Some of the stories that come in.
Some people donate their loved one's hair after they pass.
Mm,
So yes.
amazing,
Oh,
just
wow.
amazing, and
right.
and as young as 2-3 years old.
Oh,
Yeah.
heartbreaking.
But it's
Oh,
amazing.
something good always
Yes.
comes out of something.
Always something. Yep.
Yeah.
But
So,
again, how it's packaged is what makes it successful or failure.
international.
Oh yeah, all over the
Impressive.
world, all over the world. We got
Impressive.
Dubai, we got Italy, yay!
Hong
Italy,
Kong.
Hong Kong. That one's from Hong
Fiona
Kong.
Chung.
Thank
Hey,
you,
Fiona.
Fiona.
Yes, all the way
Amazing.
from Hong Kong. Very impressive.
Wow, and this was right here, Westlake. That's really
Impressive.
good.
Okay, so what happens then? I'm seeing all of this, and obviously this is unrehearsed and unscripted.
Can you tell?
But are we going to talk about this now
Well,
or no?
yes, we're going to talk about that because there's so much question mark. We talked about why it has to be longer with the
Mhm.
hockey puck.
Mhm.
We talked about it being bound because if it's braided, it's even double better if that's a
Wow.
word. Okay, it secures it because if this goes into an envelope
Mhm.
and the UPS man or the mailman hits the rain and it's not in a plastic cover like we teach online, so
Yeah.
they can learn how to do that. But the stylists that have been trained for us know all these things, like you interviewed.
Sure,
Mrs. Sun.
sure.
So in turn, being prepared properly
Mhm.
and bound properly, that's big thing. Letting our audience know that if you want to tell the story, we want to get that story. We want to
Yeah.
interview like we've done with all of the YouTubers that we've interviewed. So that's important. But now, after this is all done and goes into bins and they get the paperwork and the thank yous and the certificates and everything gets done administratively,
Mhm.
then after Tom's done, after Melissa's done, after everybody's done at Wigs for Kids headquarters in Westlake,
Mhm.
it goes off to a hair processor.
Okay.
So let's show a moment what it looks like when all these ponytails are being hair processed at this point.
All right. I'm going to update us now or later.
Right after this. We're gonna have to come in.
10 seconds to fun.
Hey, we're back. Right on
Yay!
cue.
Exactly. See what happens when we do. Well, look, wait. There's a knock at the door.
We're at the headquarters of Wigs for Kids, and there's someone at the door.
I have a donation.
You have a donation?
Yeah.
What? You got to turn. You're so cute. Everybody has to see you. Are you related to Killian? No.
No.
No. What's your name?
Grayson.
Grayson.
Yeah.
Is that your hair
Yeah, when it was long.
when it was long?
Yeah.
Well, aren't you kind to do that? Are you his wife?
His mother. Yes.
Aw, and what made him do this?
The red hair.
The red hair.
And the 2%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my
Aw.
mother was diagnosed with cancer
Mhm.
when I got pregnant with him, and I didn't know he'd have red hair. So when she passed away, his hair was so pretty. He was 18 months. It just kept growing. And I thought, let's do this
Aw.
and do something special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
So,
tribute to your mom.
yes,
no
it
kidding.
is a
Yes.
tribute.
No
And so here's her fingerprint.
Aw.
And this is for the 2%.
Oh, I love
Yes,
it.
to make someone happy.
Thank you.
How
You're
special.
welcome.
Do you know how good you are for doing this?
Yes.
Good, good. Well, you just keep,
Thank you, Gray.
keep growing it out. And
Yeah.
will he do that or no?
You know what? Talk about the bullying. He did get bullied a lot. That he was a girl, and he had some hard times with it. But we are going to attempt to grow it again because it does mean a lot. And this color
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
amazing, and it makes people happy.
Yeah.
And you know, the
Sure does.
statistic that is absolutely hard to believe is in 2033, they say there won't be a child born with red hair. And there's only 2% in the
Wow.
globe.
Wow.
It's amazing.
That
So
is amazing.
keep growing, man.
Keep going. I think what?
And where do you see a redheaded Greek?
Greek. Take on it.
Greek.
Hello.
I love
You
your
know that
olive
Laura
oil.
Hody was Greek.
I love your olive
did.
oil.
Did you?
The Hodis were across the street from me, Angelo.
Oh, my best friend, my closest friend.
I grew up, yes. I grew up and in Rocky
Say hello
River.
to Angelo because he's watching.
Hi, Angelo. Mr. Hody, Mr. Hody.
He's a
Yes,
great man. He's
yes,
a great
yes.
man.
So,
oh, well, thank you.
yes,
thank
thank
you so
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
We love you being
A big
here.
hand for this guy.
Yes.
Woo. All right. I'm going to take that microphone while you get
Okay.
these guys going. And
You take it away
We're
from
going to
me.
get another update.
Okay, go get
All right.
it. Go get it.
So let's bring up Mr. Tom and get the next update. Here you go, Mr. Tom.
We're really proud today to talk with you about this great gift. A few weeks ago, our great friends down in Hazard, Kentucky, from the Why Not Agency, from Globe Insurance Family Heritage Division, went and did a wonderful car show with 76 cars. And they were able to gather our friends. They had a raffle. They had disc jockey and music, and it was a wonderful, wonderful day. And they were able to raise this amount of money, $4,000 for us. So we're ready now for another update, and that's going to put us over 13,000.
Whoa. Whoa. That is, whoa. I forgot that was coming. Whoa. You guys are doing really good out there. Wow. We got to get a marker that actually marks more stronger. 13 grand.
13 grand. So we're going.
Good job. Good
Stick
job,
with
Tom.
us. We want to really do a great job today. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, Annie, are you around? because we want to talk a little bit right now on what's in the box.
So this is like Christmas morning for a child with hair loss when their wig finally comes in and they get all, not only the wig, but you'll see what else is in the box. It's very
great.
exciting.
Well, you know what? Let's show them Taylor, who opened her box, and her excitement when she did that. Huh? Let's take a look at this video.
And now it's time. My wig! It's so beautiful.
Very pretty. Be very gentle with it.
This is beautiful. This is so beautiful.
Pretty awesome.
This is beyond what I thought it was going to be.
Pull it down just a little bit further.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
A little bit up. Once we get it all styled and cut, that looks beautiful, honey.
Does it look like I have real hair on? I love this! Oh my gosh. I have hair! Oh my gosh, I have hair!
Hey! Was she excited? Do you think she was excited? Well, let's see what's in the box that got her so excited.
All right. First and foremost,
The
beautiful
wig.
hair.
Now, hand-tied, donated hair, special design inside prosthetically that it works wonderfully for that little child to be able to do her things like Laura Hody. And it's beautiful from the moment you see this virgin hair. It's just, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. That's what you look like every time you open up. But there's more in the box. There's much more in the box. Let's take a look at what else is in the box. We have for the child a mannequin head that they actually, did you do your makeup on theirs?
I did.
Yep, they do makeup. They give it a name. This becomes a part of your family.
It sure does.
Yeah.
And a part of your closet.
In your closets. And then what else is in there? Let's take a look.
A wet
Specialized
brush.
detangle wet brush. Yep, absolutely.
Friction-free towel, which is really important for when you're wearing a wig. You don't want to towel dry the hair and make it too tangled. So they have a nice towel for you. And
Got five
we have
steps
the 5
of care.
steps.
So we've got a specialized shampoo for them to absolutely moisturize the hair and continue to keep that hair healthy. Then a treatment. The lady's going to be watching this and can I use this on my hair? Yes, this is for human hair. And so they do a kind of a mask for their hair and then the conditioning treatment that goes over the top of this. And we teach them how to do this. Pull out the instruction manual that we have in there. We go through the process of teaching and training them. We have videos on our YouTube to give them the opportunity to know how to take care of this. What happens if I want to go swimming? What happens if I get home and my hair hasn't been in a ponytail too long and it rained? All those things we teach them because
it happens.
It does.
It does.
So then step 4 is a protein, leave-in protein that gives them the ability to feed that hair and feed that hair. And then the final touch that gives a soft, continual suppleness to the hair. But that's not enough because kids sweat a lot.
A lot of playing, a lot of sports.
So we have a sea breeze that goes inside the base and on their scalp. So when they take it off and put it on, they're freshening it and disinfecting it and making it smell pretty.
That's my favorite part. It feels a little tingly on your scalp. You feel fresh and ready to go.
And you know what else about this? Maybe you do know this, but this actually tightens the knots so that the individual hand-tied knots with the 4-inch hockey puck. Hockey puck. The hockey puck that I showed you the example represents the ability to tighten those knots, because as you're brushing and getting hot and you're getting cold, the temperature of your body changes. Those knots want to shed out, and that's what happens. And that's why we have to replace a hairpiece every year for a child going through their alopecia, because it's worn pretty well throughout the year. Would you agree?
Sleep in it, shower in it, play sports. I did it all in mine. I know other kids do too.
Yeah, you went water skiing.
Water skiing with a hairpiece on. It never fell off.
And see,
Not
now
once.
people would ask a question, how does it stay on? We have a staple gun that we use.
It only hurts a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. But we really use medically adhesive strips that are built inside with a pad, and we provide that medical adhesive strip so that they can cut it and fit it to either a slight attachment, a more aggressive attachment, or no attachment at all, because it has links in the back that give them a tightening and loosening. So you're just going to run out and see Luke.
I can just throw it on.
Just throw it on.
But it's great because you can pick whatever is most comfortable for you.
That's right.
You don't want to sleep in it, you don't have to, but you
That
have
is
the
right.
ability to if you want.
And then let's talk about a child that wants this. Where do they go to get involved with Wigs for Kids if they want a free wig? What do they have to do?
They have to start at the website. So if you go onto the website, there's a form that's laid out where you can enter in all of your information that Wigs for Kids would need. And all you have to do is apply.
That's right. So
It's
I'm
first
going to have
step.
them see what's coming out. I don't know if you know this. Of course, you know this. Our new website, mobile friendly, finally. But our website, our brand new website, will be released in the next couple of months. We're going to show you a glimpse behind the scenes of our new website. So if you guys would roll that to just show our homepage and how impactful it's been changed because of it. Nitro, Caleb, Tom, and all the people from Fathom and AMP and everybody that's working on the project, it has given their heart and soul into it. And cut and start cutting, just cutting. And all you got to do is sign up on the registration. But there's a next step. There's a next step. And you heard some of the ladies in the Studio A that we're going to go back to in a minute to check on the ponytails. But over there, they need to find on our locator, which is where all of our stylists are all over the United States that have been trained and certified to fit them and put them on the map at that point. And we're going to show the audience the application of a little girl, another one of our special guests, Bridget. She is so cool. She is so cool. She plays soccer like a champion. So we got a hockey player, a soccer player.
And another sweet girl with red hair.
That's right. Another sweet red hair. But again, on the website, there's a locator. You find out the stylist. So first, you go to our website, wigsforkids.org. It's probably running right down below here because I know Randy would not miss that opportunity. And then from that point, you're going to click, I want a wig, whatever the title tag is, and you'll find the answer to that when you see the new website. And then you're going to find, after you fill out the information that we need to be able to give you that free wig and go through the process, then you'll find a stylist who's certified. We'll do the measurements. And at that point, we're going to show you what those measurements look like with one of our certified stylists over at the other thing. But let's go back over to Studio B with Miss You-Know-Who.
Robin Swabada here in Studio B, where we are busy cutting the hairs of... This young lady has some thick hair, doesn't she?
She has a lot of hair, yeah.
Oh my
definitely.
goodness, yeah. So, and this is your 11th time to donate? So
Yes,
you're used to
Mom.
this by now, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, because of we talked about it in the earlier segment, some of your hair here is highlighted. So I'm thinking you could go with a reverse mullet. What do you think about that?
They're very funny, Robin.
It would business in the back, party in the front. And how are you? Look at your hair. No regrets.
Nope.
No, absolutely not. Okay, so you're just cutting above where you put the rubber band?
Yes, just
And
slightly.
Just like and but now you're gonna style their hair, right? You're not just gonna
Yes.
let them walk out with this.
No, actually, we're going to now do the precision cutting
Okay.
afterwards because we're just harvesting it. So now we'll just fine tune the haircut.
Fine tune the haircut. Gotcha. All right. Can you imagine that there's a hair on the microphone here? Let me get. Could we donate that? Just probably not the one. We need a whole head. Okay. So can I stop you because Bridget is standing by. We're not going to leave you looking like this, okay? I promise. Even though you're beautiful with it, you could do anything. So let's get Miss Bridget up here.
Now
turn around
I
this
tell
way.
you a story about Bridget.
Yes, tell me.
Listen to this. Which camera are we looking at?
doesn't matter.
Please help us with what camera is 4. Okay, that's 4.
And this is Bridget.
And that's Dave. he paused for a moment and it threw us off. Anyways, Bridget fell in love with her. Obviously,
yes.
We did a video that went viral. BuzzFeed ran it. I think it was 3 million.
Oh,
Do you remember what
wow.
it was 3 million.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
And the reality is that we became friends.
Mhm.
And so she invited me to her soccer game.
Oh.
Now, soccer to me is the best sport in the world.
Yes.
And my sons played soccer. I coached soccer, right? So I said, sure, I'll be there. She said, you come to my game? I said, sure, I'll be there. So I ride my bike in Westlake over to the rec center.
Mhm.
And she ends up scoring not 1, not 2,
What?
I think 3 goals that day.
Way to go, Bridget.
The funny part is my mother said she had never scored a goal before that.
You had to impress him, didn't you? Okay.
Okay.
Now, Melissa, you are going to.
I'm going to fit Bridget for a wig.
All right. So this is what each recipient
Goes
of a
through.
Wigs for Kids wig goes through.
With
All
a
right.
certified stylist,
Okay.
which we call them the service providers. We actually changed the names. By the way, listen to me. For you, they're going to be on our new website. We've changed the name of the stylist. You're going to get a brand new name, a new certificate. For the ambassadors, we're going to be changing their name to be more about cutting hair, ponytails. That makes sense. And then for the people that do what we're going to show that Melissa's going to do is a certified service provider. So
Okay.
they go on the website, like I said, they find someone that's like Melissa, and they go there and get this kind of fitting. So Melissa, take over and show them what you do every day.
So once they do apply, they get these great kits in the mail that they get delivered to them. They bring them into me and we get a basic measuring tape. So in order to properly fit her for the wig, we need to get the right size. So they teach you all this on the class. You know, there are certain exact places you want to measure from the forehead, but you want to get the circumference of the head and you want to make sure, you want to look up for me, Bridget? You want to make sure that it's comfortable in the back of their head because you don't want the wig to go too low and then they're looking up and it's poking them in the neck.
Or
right?
falls off.
Right. So you have to have the right length as far as that goes.
Sure.
So we want to get her circumference that way. We want to measure it again from front to back and double check her length that way. And then we also measure it from side to side. And we get this great sheet we mark all those measurements down on and we sign off on it and send them in. And then after we're done with that, we get this whole bag full of caps. And Bridget,
And
can
the
you hold
cap
front
is
of
what
that?
the hair will be tied to,
Exactly
right?
right. Exactly right.
Yeah, hold the front.
In fact, we're going to go actually over to the other part of Studio B, and we're going to talk about the level of what goes into this at that point.
How does that cap feel?
Very good.
Yeah.
So when I fit a cap, I always look for a couple things. I always ask them, I'll try a few sizes on, make sure it's not too tight around here, even though the wigs can be adjusted a little bit when they get them. And then I always check how gappy it is to make sure it's not going to be too loose and shift around for them either.
Yeah.
Or pop off.
Right.
Yeah. We don't want that to happen.
Right.
Okay.
And then finally, here's the best part.
The best part
is Bridget, you get to choose the color.
Oh, I thought that was a key ring.
No, it could be.
What do you think you
So
like?
you get to match it up to whatever would be your favorite color.
Imagine what
or
color
you
she
think your
picked.
color used to be.
Well, my other wig was red, and I really liked that color. So,
Okay. So we're
And
gonna
Mom
see
tried to
that.
talk her out of it all the time that she was there.
Really?
So we'll go with the red.
All right.
Excellent.
Okay.
Well,
And Bridget, I just want to, can I?
Sure.
Look, we look alike. What do you think? Huh? Somebody take our picture.
Yeah.
I just have a
get
little
camera
bit,
over, Judith.
I love you, my girl. Oh,
We'll
bless
go over
your
there and
heart.
get a picture
Oh,
of that.
yeah, over here. Hello. Then we'll put them on your head. Wait.
There's nothing better than the glasses on the top of
Yeah.
of the skinhead.
Ta-da! Now, if that doesn't get people going, I don't know what does. Oh, Bridget, thank you.
precious.
Thank
You're
you.
precious.
Here, wait. See what you look like with my hair. Oh, you look beautiful too. Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness.
Shake your head.
Maybe I'll go red.
You guys could become wig buddies.
Yeah, exactly. We can share. If you want to look older, you borrow from me. If I want to look
Younger.
I'll borrow from you. Oh, that's great. All right. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Very
honey.
fun.
Thank you.
Now, I've really gone off script here. So,
We could just comb her in, Melissa.
do I have it on
You're
right?
so
I don't
good.
know.
Now you know why I asked her to be my co-host over here.
Thank you. Thank you. So, what should we be talking about now besides that?
We're going to go over here and talk about the wig.
All right.
And
You
then
need the
I'm going to take
microphone.
you to the factory.
You need the microphone?
No,
Maybe?
just you and me.
Well, it's parted over here, and you have to get your wig wet if you want to change the part.
Right. Correct.
Correct?
You know,
Yes,
one of the
okay.
biggest problems was that they'll open that bag that we showed the box,
Yes.
and the part is always done in the middle for setting and shipping.
Yes.
So they'll say, "Oh, my part's in the wrong place," and because it's all multi-directional, they wet it, and you
Yes.
can comb it to the left, to the right, anywhere you want
Oh, I'm going to remember that.
to
But it's not too often that I flip my wig.
go. You were brave. You're brave. Well, I want to show the audience. We've actually got this special jig, I think they call it. Is that a
Oh,
jig?
jib.
Jib.
Yes. A jig is a
Hi,
dance.
Jib. Anyways, let me share with you, because I didn't even do this with you because we were doing a live
Yeah,
show,
yeah.
right? The top of the head is French drawn part, which means and it's a very sophisticated process. Most wig makers won't even do it because it's so hard. And listen to what they do. We hand tie the 14 inches and the 4 inches. Then they have to go with a fine tooth needle, come back and pull that 4 inches down, and they cut it off. And then we put a silk liner inside. So
Oh
it
my
looks like hair
gosh.
ejecting right from the scalp.
Yeah. Yeah.
We put a liner in the front so that we can actually put the relationship of the tape, as we showed earlier.
Mhm.
And then we put a lace front all along the base that we hand tie so that you can wear your hair in bangs or back, whatever you want to do. We do the same on the side temple area. We actually put the tab in there so they can put that in. But this material is spandex. It's a spandex just like Under Armour is using. And the Under Armour doesn't pick up sweat, doesn't pick up perspiring, but I'm going to help you put your wig to the, there you go, girl.
When
That
you
better?
said tabs, it reminded me that there are tabs.
Yes.
And Gina was so kind. She said your hairline is 4 fingers from the
That's
from
right.
the top from where your eyebrows meet.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly right. Exactly.
So that's how we need to put a
and
wig
it's
on.
your fingers.
My fingers.
So if your friend puts his 4 fingers up there, it's going to be way back.
Yes, exactly.
And the last point is that there's a tab in the back as well, and 2 elastic hooks that will hook it and make it, like I said, you can get it real aggressive with your security or just very comfortably.
Jeffrey,
with it.
how long does it take to make a wig?
That's a very good question. Right now,
Yeah.
its manufacturing is taking 8 to 10 months because of the pandemic and everything else that's taken place. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So
under normal circumstances?
3 months.
3 months.
3 months, yeah.
Because each hair is put in there individually.
Right. Now,
That's amazing.
as you can relate, it doesn't take 3 months physically to do this, but you know what? Let's go to the factory.
Let's go to the factory.
Let's go to the factory, and we're going to show you exactly what happens from the ponytail to the wig. Throw it over to me.
And we're back.
You caught me. Take a look, as I just showed you with Robin, that the relationship of the cap turns out to be this beautiful hair that a child like all of them that you've seen and the many that you're going to see yet can wear every day and look themselves and live their life. So that really is an important part of what we do. So going back to that, let's take a look real quick at what our money is doing. Because even though we're here for inspiration, even here we're here for the stories, and we're here to make fun and have fun, it still takes the finances that you gift us and help us support these kids and everything else that goes into making a wig. You can't even imagine it. So you know who I'm going to call up. Uncle Tom is coming up, and he's got a new number. Tom, you got a new number for us?
I do. We're still growing. We're up to over 15,000. We're at 15.5. So we've made a significant improvement in just the last few months.
Oh, that pop still catches me off guard. All right. Well, Tom, that is getting exciting. We're almost crossing the middle mark.
Yep.
But we have only so much time to
We
go.
have to keep working. We need some more calls. We need some more text. We need some more hearing from our people out there that are enjoying this time with us this afternoon, remembering this 40 years of service. So you're part of that 40 years as you're helping us today. We're looking forward to hearing from you now, please.
Megan is on, and with another team member, I don't know the name of who's on the other line. Megan is on the comments on Facebook. If you have given, put in there given, and we want to shout out your name. If you have a question, whatever you might have, Megan's there, and we're on YouTube live right now. We're on Facebook live right now, and we're going to be again tomorrow live repeating this session. Not live, but almost live. We'll ask Robin to come back tomorrow as she's exhausted. So in turn, I want you to put in there whether or not you have given. Just put the comment in there, and we want to shout out your name and say thank you, because that's a lot of thank yous. That's a lot of thank yous. That's $15,000. All right, let's take a look at a little call out to ask while you're putting your comments in Facebook or YouTube.
Each year, the parents of nearly 16,000 kids will hear the words, "Your child has cancer." From chemotherapy, cancer treatment, to the autoimmune disease without a cure, alopecia, to burns and trichotillomania, we know that causes of hair loss in children don't result in just physical suffering. At critical ages, the change in their appearance can drastically undermine their self-image and sabotage their self-esteem. Every day, we're proud to be surrounded by a community, by you, that believes in the sheer power of confidence and love and the light that children in our community deserve to feel. We all know feeling like yourself, feeling empowered and beautiful, starts with confidence and by loving yourself. With your support, we can continue to help children like Claire, Gianna, and Reese feel beautiful from the inside out, from a place of love. We hope that you'll join us today, celebrate 40 years with us, and help us reach our $40,000 goal. Every dollar, every donation helps the core of our mission, the children we have the privilege to serve. Thank you for helping us make a direct impact.
All right, we are we're finished with the harvesting part, which still strikes me as an odd word.
Yes.
but you're really, I mean, you're reaping the harvest of
Yes.
the hair. How long did it take you to grow that?
About 3.5 years.
3.5 years. Wow, it grows pretty fast. Okay, so what is the next step?
So now I fine-tuned the haircut and make sure that everything was even, and now we're just going to finish her up and style her.
All right. Now I'm going to ask a silly question. Do you charge for the haircut when you take a ponytail?
I personally don't.
Okay.
So,
All right. That's good. That's good to hear. And then you give them the style that they want.
Yes, correct.
All right. And what's happening over here?
The same thing. We're finishing up the haircut. We're going to even her up and get her styled.
I see you didn't like my idea of the mom. Wouldn't you have liked her to have a reverse
mullet?
Mullet, yeah.
I pass on that one.
Your hair is beautiful. All right, so we've got the harvesting going. They're going to get styled and beautiful, even more beautiful than they are, and we'll send it over to Jeffrey in Studio A.
And we're here at Studio A. Are we 2? Are we 4? Are we 3? Are we 1? Okay, we're 2. Hey, we want to talk to some of our ladies. Their schedule is getting tight, and I want to talk to Emily and I want to talk to Amber in regards to them. Ladies, I want to share something with you that's real important. We have a very big surprise for both of you. So we want you to watch the replay of this because there's later in the program, in the next 15 to 20 minutes, we have something to honor you with. And I think it's really going to bless you. So we're going to miss you, but I know you got to get away. Emily, tell me about you. Tell me about your life as a girl who's donated her hair twice for Wigs for Kids and a Girl Scout besides. Ashley.
Hi, I'm
She's been on
Ashley.
the line too long waiting for this. See, Craig, I told you they should have had a visual. Can you hear me, Ashley?
Yeah. So,
Hi. We have her sound, yes or no?
yeah. Can you hear me?
I don't hear her.
Can you hear me?
I don't hear her.
Not on mute.
You can say hi. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I do now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. As I said, I don't know what you heard before, but why don't you tell us your story and how your 2 ponytail donations impacted your life and why you did that and what did you get in addition to your thank you from us?
Well, the reason that I cut my hair the first time was because my hair was very long, and well, whenever my mother brushed it, I was young, so I would always be like, it would be painful, so I'd just be like, ow, can you please stop? But my hair didn't need to get brushed, so she said that I had to cut it. Otherwise, I had to be able to handle the pain, which at that age, I can't do something like that. So I decided, well, then I'm going to have to cut it. Well, I told my mom, well, then we should just wait for a couple months, and then I can cut it and donate it. And the reason I knew about donating was because a little bit before, my mom donated her hair because one of her friends had cancer. So she donated her hair, and it was very short. So it was just like this little, like very short. So yeah. So I donated it, and I told my mom I want to put it into some place that gives it to kids, and then it gives it for free. And she found that on the website, and she also said, oh, it comes with a patch that you can put on your girl guiding sash when you turn 7, because for brownies you have to turn 7. So we donated. I cut it and I donated it. It was 13 inches long, and well, it was. And then I grew it for 2.5 more years, and then I cut it again. I was ready to do that again because it had grown and grown and grown and grown. The next time, I didn't just cut it 13 inches, I cut it 15. But yeah, and that's my story. And what I got from Wigs for Kids was this little patch. And now I've sewn it on my brownie sash.
Oh, that is great. Oh my gosh. I love your new haircut. I really like it. It's already growing since the last time I interviewed with you. You know, it's exciting because you have a great story on our now new YouTube for Wigs for Kids, and the audience is going to find out a lot more about you with regards to your recipes with your mom and the contests and tell us about your YouTube program. Tell the audience if they want to see it. What is it called?
We teach about educational videos for children. We do cooking, crafts, engineering, and play. And my first video has 1,000,000.8 views. Whoa. And that was one that I did 2 years ago. And my second video has 2,000. And well, that's how far it's gotten so far. So I can't wait to see how much it will have in a year.
Well, girl, you're going to be in the United States with us one day in the near future, and we're going to do a live show together. We're going to go over the top with that. All right?
Sounds good.
Thank you, honey. Thank you for being with us, and enjoy the Cayman Islands where you live. And we will look forward to talking with you real soon. Okay? Okay, Jeannie. Let's bring up Amber. Not Amber? Are we talking to Amber? Yes, Amber's there. Come on in, Jeannie. And I'll introduce you to Jeannie as well, which is our fundraiser for Wigs for Kids and a real hard worker. And in fact, you can't even call me fundraiser. I mean, you did so many things,
and it's
including
so much
creating us these nice
fun.
stats. It's so much fun. Well, let's talk about Amber. Let's get her story on the program. Amber, tell us who the beautiful little girl next to you is and what you do.
Hi, yes, this is Desiree, my daughter. So I am a hairstylist, but also she has alopecia. So she is a recipient from Wigs for Kids. So this past summer, I actually did a fundraising event for Wigs for Kids, and we were able to raise $3,000 to donate to Wigs for Kids, as well as 50 ponytails. And actually, I cut my hair during that event as well. Well, a couple days before the event, but in honor of Desiree, and I ended up donating 16 inches as well of my own hair.
16 inches. Whoa.
Yes.
That's music. That's as much as Killian did given as well. Wow, we're getting the lengths out there. I know we've been really promoting the longer hair, wait. And that's really exciting. That's really exciting. In fact, one of the storylines that we've got coming up, Great Clips, is one of our ambassador salons that take care of the ponytails as well, all throughout the country. And it's interesting. They had one girl, Sally, which we're going to see later. They kept telling her, please wait a little longer. Please wait a little longer. And she said, I can do that. I can do that 4 times. Wow. But there were really good stylists that knew how to promote and educate her that the purpose of growing longer was to give a child longer hair. Like your daughters. I'm sure that she wants long hair. Am I correct?
Yeah. Do you like long hair? Yeah.
Yes. She's beautiful. Now, just real quick about her. She has a twin sister.
Yes.
And she was born with alopecia?
Yes. So Desiree was born with alopecia. By the time she was 2 years old, we got the official diagnosis. And as you can tell right now, she has a little bit of peach fuzz. But she's gone through the ups and downs of sometimes she loses her eyebrows and eyelashes. Right now, she currently has her eyelashes, which has been about 1.5 years that she's had them. So it's been the longest that she's had her eyelashes, and her eyebrows kind of are spotty here and there. But so yeah, she was diagnosed when she was 2 with that diagnosis.
Now I'm going to come right back to you in just a second, but I want to talk to the audience. That little girl, because of your donation, has been given the ability to have that smile that you see next to her mom. Because again, she has, I'm sure, school, and she's got friends, and she's got other people, but because of your giving, and I want to thank you at that time, if you've given already or if you're going to give, that's really a blessing. Amanda, tell me something. If you had to tell the people that are listening, as I just did, or anyone out there that wants to know how valuable this is to give to Wigs for Kids, what would you tell them and what would you challenge them with?
I would just tell them that you're really helping children and families through this process. Not everybody is confident in just going without hair. Being in the hair industry, it is a big part of what people feel makes them who they are. Whether you want to admit that or not, it is a big part of you. It's a part of what your image is, and you specifically pick hairstyles to portray who you are. And I think that from the donation standpoint, if you have the ability to grow hair and donate it, then that is a big way that you can help other families to be able to receive these wigs. If you're able to give financially, it's not cheap to receive these wigs. They are an expensive system, but rightfully so, because it does give the kids the ability to have hair that looks real. Because it's human hair, and it gives them the proper tools to be able to take care of their wig system and to keep it. I mean, Desiree has had hers for 2 years, and so we're at a point where we have to get her a new one. But we've been able to take care of it, and you guys have provided us with that.
Completely free. And that's what I want the audience to hear. There's no charge for the box of products. There's no charge for the shipping. There's no charge for the wig that would cost literally that wig. If a woman would come to a private practice and provide a human hair wig $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 that one wig. Every one of our kids' wigs with virgin hair and with all hand tied and some of the things that we've talked about already. One last call out before you have to go with that precious blessing of yours. What would you tell the stylists the value of becoming a certified service provider means and would mean to them?
Oh, that was such a special time to be able to meet these other children and their families, to be able to cut as well as fit other kids for their wigs. These kids are excited about it. They love it. It's been really fun to even meet different donors. I've done guys, I've done girls, I've done older people, younger people. And it really is a blessing to be able to have a part in their story. And if you're a stylist, I'd encourage you. It's not difficult to learn how to properly cut the wigs and to fit the wigs. Just go online to Wigs for Kids. They have the certification on there. You can do it in your own timing, but it's definitely worth it. And it's been a joy to get to meet these people.
Well, Amanda, we just appreciate you so much. And your daughter's name is?
Desiree.
Desiree. What's the twin sister's name?
Vanessa.
Vanessa. Wow. Well, Desiree, keep looking beautiful and smile and beautiful inside and out. We thank you for participating with us. We'll see you and we'll be sending you a new wig very soon. So we look forward to that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Jean, this is an example over and over again we see. Tell the audience a little bit about fundraising that goes on across the country that really is important. And we're going to come back and actually talk to Miranda, who's done an incredible impact. Which one?
Sorry, they're pointing. Oh, it's truly amazing. There are people throughout the United States that are doing the most amazing fundraisers for Wigs for Kids.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so wonderful to hear their inspiring stories and the reasons that they give. Yeah. We've got little Dahlia in Switzerland who raised, what did she raise? $3,000. And she did that because a little friend of hers was diagnosed with leukemia. And so she wanted to do something to give back. And she hosted a readathon. And she pledged to read 19 books. And then she got people to support her pledge. Yeah, her reading.
It's a win-win situation.
It is. It was really cool. And then she shared with us all the books she read. But just how cool is that? And, Tom talked about the car show that was in Hazard, Kentucky in September. Well, they're getting really popular. We've had 2 other car shows in the last 4 months. And they are, like Tom said, they are so much fun. There are disc jockeys and they have silent auctions and raffles and face painting. It's just a lot of fun, a lot of energy and excitement. So it's just wonderful. We have a gentleman right now, Brett, who is riding across the United States.
And back.
He's on his way back now. He should be back out into California, San Diego next week. Yeah. And he chose to do that. His hair is very long. And
on the motorcycle as he's flowing in the
the picture he sent us, it was on his motorcycle. And he said that he wanted to do this because he wanted to donate his hair. And a friend of his had donated his hair to Wigs for Kids. And so he said he wanted to spread awareness and raise dollars. And he has raised close to $6,000 on his journey. Goodness. And I guess he's just connecting with some really awesome people and sharing the story of Wigs for Kids during his journey. So it's so inspiring.
It is. Let's talk to one young lady that I did an interview with, and that's our sweetheart over there. Hi, Miriam. That truly, I'm going to let her tell the story and her full story. I don't want you to miss her full story that's on our YouTube channel. But she really, Miranda just touched me so deeply because she didn't just give her hair, but the reason why she gave her hair even was more stimulating, but the money that she produced. So, Miranda, are you there?
Yes.
Well, good to have you. Thank you for being so patient with us today. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
We are good. We are good because you're here, and we want to thank you. Tell the audience your story. I mean, you obviously don't have your hair right now, so why don't you tell the audience what happened to your hair?
Yeah, so this past October, I was diagnosed with androgenetic alopecia. So I started just having super thin hair with a lot of patchy bald spots. So I was lucky enough to get a wig, but I told myself that the day I felt like I had to wear the wig because I wasn't comfortable with how my current hair situation was, I was going to shave my head. So I kind of ended up setting a marker where a month from that day, that's when I was going to shave it. And I raised money for that full month and just really reached out to my whole community, asking for their support and their, with just their time, their love, and of course, if they were able to make a financial donation, that would be great. So over that month, I was able to raise just over $8,000 to
That's eight, like
give to the organization.
8000, 8000.
Yes.
Can I
So
ask
yeah,
you a
then
personal
after I
question?
raised
How
that
old are
money, I
you?
saved my head.
How old are
I'm
you?
22.
22. 22, and you challenged not only the issue of losing your hair because of the autoimmune disease, but you passed it on as a good passing it forward. Then you went the extra mile, like I was talking to Killian earlier. You went the extra mile and brought in. Did you think you were going to get $8,000?
No, I was not expecting that. I ended up changing the goal on the website like 3 different times because the number just kept growing. So I wanted to keep up with it. I wasn't gonna stop until I was ready to.
Yes. Wow. Wow. Well, I'll tell you, that is exciting. Exciting. Tell the audience, what did you do to gather? Now, I know you have a wonderful family, a group that circles around you. I know you had a beautiful faith group around you, but how did you have the halo effect, which a marketing company would call the effect outside of your own personal circle?
So I started with just a simple Instagram post and a Facebook post, just kind of explaining my situation and my goals and what I wanted to do. And then almost overnight, it caught traction and it was passed on to, being shared through Facebook and Instagram, being shared to different communities that I had contact with, and just through, friends of friends of friends, it just kept growing. And I had people reaching out to me who I didn't even know just through Instagram or Facebook, just saying how they saw my story and they wanted to help.
That is great. That is great. Well, I'll tell you what, it takes others. It takes others, and it takes people like you to keep doing that kind of gift giving, that giving of love and compassion. You are precious and you are wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for hanging in there for so long as well today.
Oh yeah, of course.
Robin just took longer to kind of go through the introduction, so it was just tougher time to get on time on the track, but thank you for being with us, okay?
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you. Jean, doesn't it give you goosebumps?
Yes.
A 20-some-year-old that would do that. We've got a video, just a quick video of all the people that you help guide through Donor Drive. And why don't you let them know how they can join a donation or a fundraiser on Wigs for Kids?
Sure. So there's actually a lot of ways that you can do it. We have a fundraising platform that Jeffrey was just referring to called Donor Drive. And if you go to our website and you click on, I would like to create a fundraiser, it takes you to that platform and it gives you all the step-by-step instructions as to how you can do so. And it's really cool because your donors can give directly to Wigs for Kids through this platform. That's what Miranda did. I have to tell you, it was so exciting to watch her numbers going up. Like I was constantly getting in touch with Tom saying, Tom, she's just raised another $500 and another $1,000. And it was truly very exciting. And then individuals don't have to use Donor Drive. They can just choose, you can choose to host a fundraiser in your community and get creative. There's a lot of fun ways to do it. And we're here to help you. So just contact the Wigs for Kids office and we'll be in touch with you and help you come up with additional ideas if you would like them.
And they've seen there's no age that is too young to. We got a little girl that brought in $5,000 from a lemonade stand. I don't know what was in the lemonade, but people bought it. Hey, if you right now are watching on Facebook or YouTube, share this. Hit your share button right now, please. You just heard Miranda tell you the power of social media in a positive way. because there's a lot of junk going on. You know that. But a positive way to share this program with your friends, with your relatives, who will share with their friends, who will share with their friends. And this just becomes viral at that point. So let's show a quick video of some of the different ideas that have taken place. And we're going to come back with what I understand from I'm looking over the corner. Tom's got a big check coming to our stage in just a minute. So watch this. Wow. In a couple of seconds, all those things. I mean, tell us a couple of people that really jump out at you from that video.
Oh my goodness. So Megan Hand, who lives in Philadelphia, and her sister loved to throw parties. And so they threw a party one year and they required that everyone that attended wear a wig. And it was just for fun. And after their party, they said, why aren't we just also contributing to a charity while we have this party? So for the past 3 years, they have held their party called Wig Fest, benefiting Wigs for Kids. And it does sound like a fun party. I'd love to go sometime. But they have raised over $20,000 in the past 3 years for Wigs for Kids. And it's truly a party at a local community bar where they have food and they charge admission and they have silent auction items and a raffle. And like I said, everybody has to wear a wig.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. We've had gamers. The Hody family has a young man that has become so successful in the gaming world. He is the cousin of Laura Hody, who just donated to us because he did a competition on the game. He creates games. I mean, he's like nationally known, internationally known at that point. And there's another online, we'll have to ask Tom the name of it, that does that second image. They sell the clothes to the.
Yes.
And do you remember the name of it?
Second Life.
Second Life.
Yeah.
So there's you can do lemonade stands, you can do motorcycle rides, anything that you love to do, you can do by challenging your friends to give. And we're challenging you to give. So let's bring Mr. Tom up here. Called him Uncle last time. We'll call him Mr. this time. And we've got, whoa, what did I see on that? Is that $1,000?
No, sir. No, this is a fabulous gift.
Put your mic on.
Of $10,000, and it was given by a woman who was selling her business. And so she has been with us for many, many years, and she owned a company called Crave Brushes, and she was negotiating a sale. And in doing that, she asked the buyer if he would match her. And so she put in 5, and the buyer of the company called Perch bought in 5. And now we have $10,000 added to our total.
Whoa.
So we're up now to $25,955.
Whoa. Woo. Wow. And more coming. And more coming, and more coming. Well, Gene, we just thank you for just all you do for Wigs for Kids. You really do. You do it in front, you do it in back, you do it all around. And we want to say a shout out to Taylor, who did all the artwork of all of this stuff that you see. Taylor, you're a blessing. We thank you for overnight creating some of the stuff that we came up with and continue to come up with. So tell her we say thank you.
I will. And thank you.
Oh, my blessing. My blessing. All right. Wow. Do we have some beautiful women that have gone through some haircuts, Robin, in your Studio B?
Yes, we do, Jeffrey. They are all cut and styled. Their hair has been harvested, and I don't have a microphone, so I can't ask them what they. Oh, look at this! Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. All right, here she is, the beautiful. This is live. This is live. Absolutely, Christina.
I feel like a new person.
You feel like a new person. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, this was your 11th time donating your hair.
Yes.
Is there going to be a 12th?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
You'll just keep going.
as long as my hair can do it.
As long as your hair can do it. Oh, we love you. Thank you so much, Christina, for being such a giver. You really are. You have the heart of a giver.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah, oh, thank you, sweetheart. And your first time, and no regrets?
No regrets. I love
no
it.
regrets. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
What is the family saying about it?
They love it too.
Yeah, good, good. Is that your boyfriend over there?
Yeah.
Yes. His eyes lit up when he saw you. So, ladies, any final words from you?
It's an honor to be part of such a wonderful, to be with wonderful people and beautiful hearts.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. You don't have anybody sitting in your chair complaining, right?
No,
No,
not at all.
not when
Everyone's
you're
actually
doing
pretty
this.
grateful to get their hair cut, especially men.
Yeah, I bet. Well, you both look beautiful. Thank you so much for donating your hair. Thank you, ladies, for donating your time. And it's Wigs for Kids thrives on donations, whether it's hair or money or your time. Everybody can help out in some way. And 40 years they've been doing it. The first in the nation to have a heart for kids who have lost their hair for one reason or another. And it's just so important to give back to our community, to give people our love and our support, and just make the world a better place. So it's happening here at Wigs for Kids, and I'm thrilled and honored to be a part of it, a small part of it. Jeffrey, back to you.
We do the gold medal. Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done. So you better move us up that scale. We're almost done. But we're not going to finish with anything else but an incredible big story. Carly is a precious new friend of mine from Wigs for Kids. And Carly is with us via Zoom. Carly, how are you doing?
I am doing great.
You are great. Carly, let's talk like we did on our interview that's on YouTube right at the moment, on the Wigs for Kids YouTube. Let's talk about, why don't you have hair?
I do not have much hair on my head right now because I was diagnosed late December with leukemia.
Oh, just like my niece Laura, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And tell me about, did it fall out all at once? Did it fall out little by little? What happened, Carly?
It fell out little by little, but in like big chunks.
Wow. And you then felt pretty uncomfortable with no hair. How did you find about Wigs for Kids?
While I was staying in the hospital, they gave us a list of I don't know what it is, but they gave us a list of a couple people we could go to for like wigs, different resources and stuff like that. And we saw Wigs for Kids on there, and my mom looked more into it and thought, hey, let's get her a wig.
Hey, Mom, how are you doing?
We're doing great.
That's good. You know, Carly had shared with me a little story. Carly, I'd like you to let the audience know the impact that really impacted me when you told me that you started a club in your middle school, and that wasn't good enough because you were going on to the high school and you even started a mentor program. Tell us about what that's all about.
Well, the program that I started at my school was all to prevent the bullying. And I had been bullied in recent years while being there. And so I thought I had this small group of friends that I would meet with like before school and after school, and we would meet up and we would talk. And I said to them, guys, there's been too much like disrespect around here, and we need to do something to change that. So we went to our counselor, and she's like, oh, hey, I'm on board with this idea. And so since me and my friend Rylan were moving on to the middle school next year, we asked the kids in the younger grade to recruit other kids in lower grades that would understand and that would help us.
Wow. And you help those kids learn how to not get bullied, and you help them how to have a smile on their face like yours during the time period that you were going through all that treatment and stuff?
It was before all the treatment and
Even
everything.
before it. Wow. You are quite a young lady. Mom, let me just touch base with you. What's it like giving your child the best medical care, the best, like I said, spaghetti dinners whenever they wanted them and pizzas? You take care of them and, you clothe them, but they lose their hair and you can't stop the bullying and you can't, stop the hair from falling out. What's that like as a parent? Tell our parents that are listening.
Well, all parents know what it's like, when there's something going on with your child and you just can't, push that easy button and make it better. But in certain situations, you can only do so much. You can provide them with everything you can medically. But in a case like this, when they lose their hair because of the medications and stuff that you are providing them, you just have to reach out to other people for help. And good thing we were provided such a great list and you guys were on that list. So you guys do a great job in providing the finishing touches.
We were so grateful to have you as part of our family. And, we've got a number of parent interviews on our YouTube channel that'll be appearing in the next weeks. And you're going to be one of them that I'm going to go to because, you're sitting there quiet. But I know that in our original interview with Carly, you have a lot to do with raising that beautiful young lady. And I want to thank you as a parent to a parent and a grandparent to a parent that you're doing a heck of a great job. Hang in there. And we're grateful that you're part of Wigs for Kids. And for all of you that are listening, don't go away. Carly, we have something very special for you. Okay. I'm going to let's call up some of our participants today. We want Killian, if you're here. Who else we want to bring up over here? Let's bring up the mail lady if she's still here. Come on up, Killian. And we want you to know that there's a woman that has, besides all these people that cut their red hair, we have your red hair ready for you and packaged to be able to give you what you didn't have last year. And I want the audience to know what you shared with me. You had gotten a hair piece from Wigs for Kids the original year, but it was kind of a reddish brown. This is real red. And we're going to send it to you. But we have a tribute to provide you with, which I'm going to let the woman who is giving it to you share with you what she's going to give you. So let's talk to Gina, who's going to give you another precious honor in what you've done.
This medal is a tradition in the Senior Olympics that if you're fortunate to earn more than one medal, that you give it to someone that is inspiring to you. And you inspire me. You inspire me with your bravery to get your treatments during a time that is uncertain during this pandemic. And you inspire me with what you're doing for others, with your group that you lead. And I am just so happy to present you with this gold medal. And I want you to know it's something that honors your strength, your bravery, your compassion. And I just thank you for being you.
And Carly, here is the gold Olympic medal from Gina. And, I think she won 3 of these medals, girl. And when she heard your story, I had to tell her when I was interviewing about you, and I was just so excited. And she goes, wait a minute. I wanted to give this to inspire, as she said, to someone like Carly. And I said, well, you can do it right on our reunion. And so Carly, with your wig, we'll be sending you the Olympic gold medal just for the courage of what you have through this battle of cancer that you're going to win, right? We're going to win that battle. We're going to pray you through it and believe for it. And people are going to continue to give to be able to provide you with red hair. And people are going to continue to grow their hair and give you long hair in red as well. So we love you and we thank you for being a part of Wigs for Kids.
Thank you so
Jeffrey.
much.
Thank you guys.
Okay.
We love you too.
We love you. Hey, we have one additional honors that we want to promote. We're going to to the parents that are in the audience that we were going to have a little segment. I know you're going to breathe easy because we're going to jump over that just because of time. But we don't want to miss this new announcement for Wigs for Kids. If you're listening, please listen to this. We have an announcement. Annie, do you want to announce what we're going to be starting as the chairperson of the Youth Advisory Board for Wigs for Kids? Zena and I will not be around the next 40 years. I don't think. I mean, not hang out with you, but we're not. So we're really looking for the ability for the youth to come to the surface. And we are nominating today, I believe there's 5 additional people that we've selected. Why don't you announce their names? Because I think there's 1, 2, 3 that are still on Zoom that you're going to be part of.
That's right. We have Miranda and Ashley that we would like to nominate to our Youth Advisory Board. And we are really excited because we want to work together here with some of the recipients and donors and fundraisers who are really working hard behind the scenes at Wigs for Kids to come together and create mentorship and solve problems that Wigs for Kids is facing, and really work together to make it a great program.
And this will be your certificate that you will be receiving. And we are going to be sending that to you along with the challenges that we talked about, the projects we're going to work about. You're probably going to hear about Mr. Tom because he does a lot of that. And all of the Wigs for Kids team, we are honored if you accept our nomination of you. And we will be in contact with you right away. We were so excited about this because we've been talking about this for almost a decade on bringing the youth on board for Wigs for Kids so that we can go another 40 years or until all hair loss cures have been found. That should be a while.
We'll be there until then.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
That's right. That's right. So guys, get ready. We're going to put you to work to bring your brains and your hearts to the stimulus of Wigs for Kids. They really change it at that point. And there's the
Emily.
Emily, come on in.
How could we forget Emily? We're also nominating Emily onto the Youth Advisory Board.
Emily, do you have a microphone? Get Tom, whoever's got the hand mic. I want Emily to tell you something. Oh, there he is. Tell him who you are.
I'm Emily. I also had alopecia, and then all of a sudden my hair grew back. So, yeah.
Well, that is cool. I'm going to get her certificate so you can officially present it to her. And I know it's here. There it is.
There we go.
So, Emily, do you accept to be a part of it?
Yeah.
Well, there you are. Zena and I signed it, and Annie's going to sign it before she leaves. So you are ready to go, girl.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, let's do this. Let's bring up all the participants that have been here. You guys hang out with us. Everybody's been a part of Wigs for Kids. Robin, if you're still here or you're sleeping, wake up. Come on over here, Zena, and we're going to have Tom give us a number that we're going to see where we've been able to get to. And come on up, all the way up, all the way up. Come on in here. Come on in, girls. Come on in. Come on in. Can we bring Chrissy over either from the back or the front? And Luke, you can't come on stage because you're going to pop another popper. Who's missing? Anybody else missing out there that should be up here? Okay.
There are a lot of people in the bathroom because every time he does that, they wet their pants.
All right, Tom, give us what you've got.
Well, we have a wonderful announcement to see as we come to the close of the show. The Hair and Scalp Center is where Wigs for Kids was originated and started, and their team came in with $4,000 as a part of this campaign today, and that's going to take us over the top. So in this time together today, we have hit $41,625. So that's a way to celebrate. And thank everybody for this opportunity and being a part with you today. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Wow. Well, I don't know if I can say anymore. I'll pause. what you just did is you've been able to show us that the outreach to people like you and stories like we've shared with you and stylists and fundraisers and our team and our staff mean the world to you. And because of that, we thank you. I can't thank you enough. Zena, can you thank them?
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Annie,
Thank you.
and then Tom,
Thank you.
we thank you. We pray that you are blessed tenfold. And I pray that he blesses you with good health, wellness, and continue knowing his presence as you continue to give the gift of giving. Thank you, and look forward to reviewing this on the repeat of watching this, and share it with your friends and family members, because that's how we grow our family. Have a beautiful day, and be beautiful inside and out.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Annie. I've been a recipient and member of the Wigs for Kids family for over 15 years, and I'm here to tell you my story. I was 9 years old when I developed alopecia areata. I was in dance class. I was a cheerleader. I had friends and siblings who I loved playing with and just being a kid. I liked going to school. And when my hair started falling out in small patches that were completely unpredictable, sometimes growing back and sometimes not, I didn't feel like the same person anymore. I felt alone. I couldn't understand why part of me had to go away and other people had hair and I didn't. I was afraid of what other kids would say or think. And my biggest fear of all was that my bald patches would eventually leave me completely bald. My mom and I worked hard, part my hair in different ways, or to wear headbands to cover up the hair that I was losing. But eventually it became almost impossible. The kids at school were starting to notice and say things. And more than anything, my self-confidence was really starting to be affected. And that's when we decided that it was time to pay Wigs for Kids our first visit. And although I didn't want to believe that I needed a wig, I did. And it felt amazing to go to a place where people understood what I was going through. I wasn't the only kid who was losing hair, and Wigs for Kids had an amazing solution for me to be able to look myself and live my life. On top of not only providing me with the hair I needed to live my childhood, be able to be a regular kid like everybody else, Wigs for Kids taught me that beauty starts within. And that is something that is more important than the hair that they were putting on my head. They were giving me the confidence from the inside out to be able to go and live my life and do anything I set my mind to, with or without hair. The hairpieces from Wigs for Kids not only looked extremely natural, but they supported my own natural growing hair. So I knew that no matter how much hair I lost or how much hair I was growing, Wigs for Kids had a hairpiece for me, and it looked like me. I felt comfortable and confident. I could dance. I could be a cheerleader. I could sleep over at friends' houses. I got to go to camp. I got to water ski in the lake. I got to play in the sand at the beach. I could do everything all the other kids could do because I had hair and I felt comfortable and confident from the inside out. I loved my experience with Wigs for Kids so much that when Jeffrey Paul asked me to be the Wigs for Kids national spokesperson when I was 12, I couldn't wait. I got to go to hair shows and fundraisers and events where I got to share my story, and I knew I was making a difference in others. Going through the same thing as I was, and that through sharing what I had gone through, I could help other people. As I've made my way into adulthood, hair loss continues to be a part of my life and who I am. But thanks to Wigs for Kids, I have the confidence to cope with it in a healthy way. I've made my way through college and found a career in marketing and advertising. I fell in love with my high school sweetheart and got married to the man of my dreams a few years ago. He loves me for who I am inside and out. I've recently felt comfortable enough to walk around without any hair at all. I've lost more hair than I ever have in the last year or so, but having the ability to choose when the time was right for me to be able to share my hair loss is something that Wigs for Kids gave me, and something that is so important to me. And it's during this time in my life where I'm comfortable and confident with exactly who I am that I realize the true blessing of being a Wigs for Kids recipient. I'm happy with who I am, with or without hair, and I'm well adjusted and know how to deal with adversity because Wigs for Kids taught me the importance of beauty that starts within. I'm really passionate about helping others understand that and making sure that other kids who lose their hair can feel the same way.